this will be one of my possibly in the future many unboxings. Let's get into it. So today we have the Eleiko opener or hyphender collars. I recently competed in the 2023 USAPL Georgia State Championship, which I came in first for my overall class, 8th at the overall state off of dots with a 7 out of 9 performance. So yes. With that being said, they sent out stuff for us, and by stuff I mean collars, a couple shirts, and a couple other things. So I was very excited and very pleased, to say the least, that I had the opportunity to get this. So once again, to Eleiko out of Sweden, Great Britain, your location, preferably Austin, Texas from this box, and Georgia, USAPL, thank you very much for this free item and opportunity to make a review on this. Now with that being said, we're going to get straight into it. First hand only, let's open the box. Of course, my address is on here, so I'll be doing a top-down angle, but before then, let me get it ready, and yes. Okay, everybody, so now that you have seen what they look like up close with me, I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the items. Alright, so once again, thank you, Eleiko, for sending this to me. We're going to jump into it. So, first impressions. Packaging, very sexy. Y'all can see not only the detail in the coating of the items themselves, but the legitimacy of these items and just overall the presentation. Now, am I biased toward this? Of course not. This is the mother effing Eleiko. Everything they have, everything they touch, everything they make is just heaven on earth. It's amazing. I've never in my life, not only one, been giving something like this, but have been it bestowed upon me based off of an accolade that I've achieved. Um, Now, I'm pretty sure all the other competitors won these as well. I hope they have, because not only am I one, not anyone special, but I wasn't even top 5 in the overall dots. And so usually dots is something that people like to kind of really equate into when it comes to, like, you know, talking about how the intrusive dots win. But when it comes to like, put that away. When it comes to like just achieving stuff. If I'm going to explain this to you guys in the best way, this is a 100% metal, right? This is cardboard. This is metal. It has a lever system, which I love. Very sexy. And basically these go over the bar. Oh! They're magnetic? I did not know that. Holy shit. They're fucking magnetic. Oh, it's good magnetic too. Oh yeah. These are legit. Oh yeah, these just got 10 times better. These got 10 times better. Okay. They're magnetic. So, we're going to go for a gas or trash first ever product review. Eleiko collars. Alright? So, now that I'm done fanboying, let's be serious, okay? So for the small price of $110, not cheap, you're going to be getting the Eleiko collars, Oppen collars, Alpine collars. I'm not too sure on how the correct pronunciation. I'm American and I'm bilingual. I speak a little bit of Spanish. Main language is English. And so this may be a Celtic, Latvianish, Swedish, the correct origin, if I do say so myself, on the language. But like I said, I won these from a competition. Very honored to have this, and I'm assuming the other competitors won it as well. Do the other competitors have a social media page? Yes. And do they have a YouTube? I don't know. Are they going to be doing this well? I don't know. And if they are, then I'll be, of course, putting that on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on my Instagram, it's here, and I'll be probably sharing their stuff if they get reviews. But I want to do a review, so that's what I'm going to do. These are 0.25 kg per item itself, together 1 pound, or something along the lines like that. 1 American pound is 2.25 kg, so this is half a pound together. It's a pound. I'm going to keep doing that, of course. In terms of the magnetic integrity of the items, it's not too strong. You can see it's lifting a little bit. I feel like I'm Magneto, but I feel like it's not enough as a whole to really make a challenge when it comes to taking apart these items, right? Of course, they have the classic polar opposite side. If you flip it, it's not going to work. It's not as magnetic, right? But if you flip it to the right side, it's magnetic. With these being $110, I don't think there's anything on the market that is this, one, price range, but two, as effective. I know there are a couple collars out there. We can talk about the upper echelon of lifting. We got the Rogues. We have the Barbells of Steel. We have the Ivanko, but I don't think any of them are going to be coming for the throne with, which is what Eleiko has during the IPF, during the IWF, International Weightlifting Committee. They're co-sponsored and they work with high-level athletes. They even run some of the Olympics in terms of equipment. So them coming out with this is something that I definitely think puts them on a pedestal, but separates them from the other competition. Because even very intricate things like the collars, they're going out of the way to make them magnetic. They're making them a pound together, which you can take into equate when it comes to lifting, because they knew, hey, these are going to weigh something, so not only should we calculate the weight, but we should take that in consideration when we have this athlete on the platform, when we have this athlete in the gym, when we have this athlete putting these on to do curls. Whatever this athlete wants to do, whatever this competitor wants to do, whatever this lifter wants to do, they have not only the free discrepancy of doing that with these collars because of the locking mechanism, which we'll be trying, of course, later in the video, but just the overall freedom to do what we want. I used to have a couple collars I used for 4 or 5 years when I was younger, and the biggest issue I had is when I started loading up 675 to 700 pounds on the bar, I would have a very big issue with the bar just rattling and just kind of defeating the collars. They just didn't have enough integrity. I really hope these bars hold up to their standard. The cross section here, as a whole, as you can tell, is designed so that you do not have to slide it onto the bar, but if you want, you can put it directly over the bar, send it where you want, locked in. And there'll be no moving, there'll be no moving, there'll be no moving, okay? Extremely impressed. And like I said, I'm going to be biased. This is the first achievement that I've ever had that comes into physicality by a Fortune 500 company. Of course, they probably don't know who I am, but I'm just honored to have it. It means a lot. I wish I had more I could give to my coach. But USAPL is definitely stepping up their game when it comes to treating their athletes right and give them what they need. And as simple things as this. This may not be a barbell or a set of 45s, but it's $110, and oh my God, it is worth every single second. I didn't even know I would be winning this. I just saw an email that said it was charging my account was getting some free collars. I was a little stressed out because I said, hey, my babe, I just got my Eleiko sent me an email about some collars that I didn't buy, and then the USAPL reached out and said, Mr. Postel, congratulations, you deserve these. And so here I am. So with magnetic, them being a pound, right, and with them being very aesthetic, I'm going to give them a gas. Now, I'm going to give them a solid 7.5. This is without performance. I have to lift tomorrow, so I'll be boxing this up, of course, taking these to the gym. I have bench, squat, and deadlift. It's a deload and it's SBD. So with that being entailed, I will be ranking these, and then we will come back here and we will do a final rating for the Eleiko Oppenheimer collars. So I will see you guys tomorrow with the footage for the Oppenheimer collars. Okay, so they got a SBF meet going on over here. It's gonna be happening tomorrow, so I may get some footage of that. But I'm sipping on this coffee, just pulled up, and we're gonna do the Eleiko collars. So we'll see how they look. First off, I'm gonna pull them out the box and show you guys the distance between the two of the collars. So a lot of the times, right, have the difference between a collar is usually like this, right? So you have a full scope and the clip mechanism, right? I can squeeze this. It's going to close compared to having just to close it manually, and then you have a lever, right? You can kind of flip up on some companies and it'll lock it, but it doesn't have that. The Eleiko itself, the whole mechanism is the whole clips over the bar. So I'll show you how, like basically in practice, how it works. So with this, you can't put it on. You have to slide it on and clip. Okay. With the Eleiko, right? Flip on. Ooh. That's on there. It's on there. So that's basically the practical use of it. Is like the conveniency of being able to take it off whenever you want, and then plus it's magnetic. So. Right? I don't have to worry about it sliding away from the bar or not sticking. So that's the practical use of the collar aspect of it. So I guess I left my knee sleeves somewhere. I cannot find them. I think they're in my other car because I'm taking
the wifey car today, but I mean it's just deload, so it's supposed to be light. But I wanted to go to 500, so we'll just see. But the cars are holding up pretty good right now, so I can't complain. So we'll just see how they hold up when I go heavier. So. Okay, so I will say this. All right, I've been using the collars. This is 2.5 kg, right? Like it holds it kind of enough, right? So it sticks to the plate when you're pushing in. The biggest, damn, I'm so tall. Hold up. Okay, there we go. The biggest thing I noticed with this is that this rubber, I can almost like peel it off. Right? I'm not going to because I don't want to break it, but it's very like flimsy on the inside of the collar, but regardless, we're still legit. Putting 501 on the bar because these are 1 pound, and we're gonna hit this first single, so I'm gonna get a front angle. Okay, so far the collars are holding up pretty good. I had a 1x3 on everything, but I misread it, so I did the 500, and I just did 385, and now I'm about to do 2 sets of 4. One frog sets and one probably conventional. I'm gonna try to do like 500 to 550. We'll see, 4 or 5 maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I just know that like I fucked up the deload, but it's a deload, so you really can't fuck it up. But yeah, we gotta get out of here because I gotta be at the place at 2. So I'm gonna get done with the deadlifts by 2:30 so I can hit successors. So let's get it. Let's fly. Let's fly.
again, this is the product. So I'm gonna give it a gas. I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. This is why. Okay? Listen, Linda, listen, okay? Get you guys a little bit higher up. I can walk back some. So the Eleiko collars actually really disappointed me. The style, the aesthetic, the persona, the prestige of the Eleiko collar blew my mind. This should have been a 12 out of 10. 11.5 out of 10. But I don't even think it cracks the surface of what collars can do and what they should be able to standard. If you watch closely, which I'll try to clip it if I care enough. If I don't, then, it's typical post-sale activity. I'm deadlifting with these collars and they're sliding. They're sliding off the bar. So that could be user error. 100% could be user error. Or that could be the collar themselves just being shit. Because I had noticed, like, after I was doing my set, I was like, I'm having to, like, push the plates back in. And I'm not even slamming it. Like, I'm doing a set of 5 on conventional deadlifts and then a set of 5 on frog stance deadlifts. And I was like, why the fuck is this? Now, if I was, like, slamming it or pushing it down or kicking it or moving it back and forth, doing something to really tug on this collar, I 100% think it would have made more sense. But I'm just doing my everyday casual lift. Now, once again, I said this could be user error. So, I might review these in a couple months and change my idea. But they were projected. These collars were projected to be a 8.5 out of 10. But they're a solid 7. These are 5 reasons the Eleiko Oppen collar is not a 8 out of 10. It is a 7. And why, honestly, it really doesn't pass my... I'm gonna clickbait. Hold up. I'm gonna clickbait Instagram. Okay. This is 5 reasons why I would not be using the Eleiko Oppenheimer collars. Now I can clip this, but anyways, guys, for real, the real reasons I'm gonna be using them, but they're kind of trash. Is 1, the price range. You fuckers are paying $100+ for some collars, right? Get a girlfriend. Get a wife. Get a husband. Get a fucking life, dude. If you're paying $110 for these collars, and those fuckers are sliding like that, they were in my video, KYS. Okay. Number 1, price range. Number 2, okay, they're not as legit as you think. So they're sliding, right? They're not doing what they're intended. Like, if I buy a collar, okay, I expect it to work. It's not that it wasn't working, but clearly it was sliding on the bar. So let's say Quentin, it's the bar, it's not the collar. You're right. Number 3, it is not for every 45-pound bar. So let's say Eleiko has a patent-pended cylindrical design, a 33 diameter, 14 by 16 diameter bar. And if you're not using that Eleiko collar on that collar, you're going to have a situation which I ran into where there could have been the user error, it could have been the bar error, or it could have been the clip error. And all I know is when I buy clips and I put it on a fucking bar and snap them hoes, they better work. I'm not going out of my way to check the incremental diameters of each bar to each collar to get the most efficient succulization out of the... No, I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not doing that, right? That's one of the big things. 1, the price range. 2, the collars don't fit to every single one, or vice versa. 2, they don't fit to every single one, and 3, or the collars don't fit to every single one. So user error or bar error. Number 4, okay, this is, I know 2 other competitors that are cheaper than this collar, and they're going to get you way farther. And you may say, well, Quinn, that's the price range. I'm not worried about that. The price range is the first one because not only is that inaccessible to a lot of financial lifters, but regardless, that is his own thing. Number 1 is being his price. Number 4 is his competitors, okay? I know there's a couple of rogues. I know there is a couple what is it? So Eleiko Oppenheimers are 100. You got Rogue, you got Ivanko, you got Rulin, and you got Hero String. And these are all collars that I've seen in the gym and used, and I've had no problems compared to the Eleiko. So that's the 4th one, is the competition. And number 5, I think that you shouldn't get these collars unless you are a Eleiko fanatic. Like, so now you're making up shit. No, listen, hear me out, okay? Just hear me out, because it's going to come full circle, right? 1, it's too expensive. It's not worth it. It's the 2 pieces of metal prongs, okay? Number 2, right? I was having issues with them staying on the bar. So clearly that could be a user error. Number 3, if it's not user error, then the Eleikos are compensated to strict bars, or they are created, not compensated, they're manufactured, right, to certain bars, okay? So if it's not 2, user error, then it's me. 3, it's the bar, it's not made for the bar, which means that, and I don't think Eleiko makes shit stuff, so clearly it's not a me issue, it's not a clip issue, so it has to be the bar, right? Number 4, the competition. Like I said, Ivanko, Rulin, or whatever the fuck I just said. Never heard of them before. And Rogue. I've used Rogue 100. Okay, 100. So these are 110, 112, right? I've used the Rogue competition ripped, right? Like the screw on with the wrench it clink, which is 190. You probably get them used for 130, 140, and those hoes never fucking move. Those motherfuckers never move, right? Those are a 10 out of 10 for me. Those are the standard, right? These are like an understatement compared to the Rogue, but like Rogue's not trying to make stuff like this, right? They make collars, but they don't try to make cheaper, high-end commercial collars. Like you would never see these at a commercial gym, but you would see someone bring them to a commercial gym, or you'd see someone like if they can't get to the Rogue collars or the Eleiko competition chamber collars, they're gonna pull those, right? And number 5 is that Eleiko in itself. Eleiko isn't for your average gym goer. I feel like you should only have collars like this if they're given to you as a gift for free if you won them, or if you are wanting to own an Eleiko gym or train at a higher facility. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you go to a gym that has kilos and Rogue or Eleiko competition collars, chamber collars, the fat fuckers, and you buy those, you're a dumbass. Because here's why. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have good collars, and you're okay. You're validated to go buy those. But I trained at the Iron HQ before I got kicked out for almost a year, right? For a year and some months, right? I've been changed. I never once had an issue where I couldn't get to those Rogue chamber collars. And if this only works on Eleiko stuff, like I said with number 3, if it's not user error, you will not be putting these on, you will not be using this motherfucker on the SSB bar. You will not be using this on a trap bar. You will not be using this on some rinky-dink, relentless or vigilante bars. Like, this is like a high-end item. Like, you can go without this, to be honest. Like, just fine. I've trained years and years and years before this ever was created or came into my life. And I'm going to be training years and years and years after they make this. Like, I'll still be using this in my videos, as you can tell. But if it gets to the point to where these are really bad and they don't hold on, I will gladly sell these for 100, because it's no money on my dividend. Buy actual Rogue or Eleiko chamber collars and train with those, because I'd rather spend the marked up price when I load 700 goddamn pounds on the bar deadlifting than having this. Like I said, I want it for free, but it slides everywhere. All right. So 1 is the price range; it's too expensive.
2, there could be a lot of user error with it, people not knowing how to use the collar with the diameters. 3, if it's not user error, it could be the Eleiko makes a patent-pending diameter design that is specific and only toward certain bars. 4, the competition on the market is much cheaper for better items, right? It may not have as much aesthetic design, but at the end of the day, if it clips, it clips, it clips, it clips, right? You drive a car to get to A to B, but nowadays we got nice cars because we have the aesthetic, and that's okay. And number 5, okay? Unless you're really big into Eleiko, you're a big fan, you have a home gym, or if you're not going to uppity gym, there's no need to have these. You will not be using these at a Workout Anytime Fitness or a LA Fitness. You will not be putting 110 damn collars on a 35-pound bar or a 45-pound bar. If I see you fuckers load up these Eleikos on bumpers on my Instagram, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay? So that's my 5 reasons why I don't think that this is really an important collar now that I've looked at it. But I'm once again very honored to have it. I will be using it. Thank you so much to Eleiko for sending this to me. Thank you so much to USAPL Georgia for giving this to me for free. I'm honored and glad to represent Georgia. I'm honored and glad to be representing Eleiko in this. And with that being said, I might do another review now in 3 months because I'll be at a new gym with a better equipment, and then I'll be versatile. So if everything goes well, if I have no more problems with these collars in terms of the plate sliding, right, and the material holds up, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I will not put it above the Rogue, which is like a 9.5 to 10, right? But I will give it a 9 because that's what I was projecting it, to give it 8.5 to 9. It can't ever be a true 10, and the reason behind that is because the material and the price range. If this was like $75, $60, $60 to $80, it'd been a solid 8.5. If the material wasn't as mushy, it'd been a 9.5. It has the potential to be a 9.5, never a 10, because the Eleikos would never break the chamber collars. The epitome of the perfect collar is the Rogue and Eleiko and Ivanko chamber collar lock pin spin collars, because not only do they use them in competitions, but they're tried and true and hold up, and I've never seen them ever fall off. I've had to take 2.5 kg plates and smack those fuckers off because they're on there, okay? So with that being said, thank you guys for coming to my gas or trash Eleiko review edition. It is getting a gas. It's getting a 7 out of 10. And once again, a review. I'm sorry to beat you guys dead, but I'm just going to make it clear. The price range, 110, too expensive. 2, there could be a potential use for a lot of user error in terms of people not understanding diameters and how to use them on bars. 3, if you're a more intellectual lifter like me and you don't have user error, it could just be the collars themselves, which could be faulty. 4, the competition in itself, there's a lot more, there's a lot cheaper. Rogue, Ivanko, Rulin, yada yada, so on and so on. And then 5, unless you are an Eleiko home gym fanatic or do not have those, you will not be finding these at a lower end commercial Eastridge Anytime Workout Fitness LA Fitness gym, and you will not be really finding these at higher end gyms who can afford to have the Eleiko Rogue / competition chamber collars. And if you do find them up there, that is perfect. But I promise you, if a gym spends $600 to $700 on 5 or 6 sets of Rogue chamber collars, they will not be going out of their way to spend another $1,000 to have these random ass collars just randomly placed throughout the gym for you to come and slap on to do standing barbell curls. You know, like imagine doing standing barbell curls at a gym with Eleiko fucking open collars on. That they're not yours. That gym is heaven on earth. But anyways, thank you guys. Have a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys on the next review when a company sends me something or if I buy something.